We are often taught that Egypt conquered Africa, but for nearly a century, the script was flipped. In the 8th century BC, the rulers of the entire Nile Valley weren't local Egyptian families. They were Nubians from the kingdom of Kush. This is the extraordinary story of the 25th dynasty, known as the Black Pharaohs, who didn't just invade Egypt, they saved it from itself.
Around 750 BC, Egypt was a mess. The powerful, centralized kingdom had collapsed into what is known as the Third Intermediate Period. It was fragmented, divided by civil war, and ruled by a collection of squabbling, self-serving warlords. Meanwhile, to the south, the kingdom of Kush was pious, organized, and devoted to the great god Amun. The Kushite king Pi viewed the chaos and fragmentation in Egypt as an offense to the gods. He saw himself not as a conqueror, but as a savior sent by Amun to restore order to the Nile Valley. He launched a holy war, sailing down the Nile with a massive navy, commanding his soldiers to purify themselves before battle. His inscription records him telling his soldiers, "Yoke the war horses, draw the line of battle." Pi swept through Egypt, defeating the warlords one by one, moving all the way north to the Fertile Delta. His military campaign was swift and decisive. When he accepted the surrender of the local princes, he was a merciful conqueror, allowing the defeated princes to continue governing as long as they submitted to him as High King. He was seen as a restorer of the ancient Egyptian ways, not a foreign invader.
The most famous of these Nubian pharaohs was Taharqa. He ruled an empire that stretched from the Mediterranean Sea deep into present-day Sudan. He was so powerful, in fact, that he is even mentioned in the Bible as a protector of Jerusalem against the aggressive Assyrian Empire.
Under the Nubian pharaohs, Egypt experienced a genuine renaissance. They initiated a massive building program, restoring crumbling Egyptian temples and consciously reviving old artistic and architectural styles that had been lost for centuries. For example, they built the largest column in the Great Karnak temple complex.
You can always spot a statue of a Nubian pharaoh by looking at the crown. They wore the distinct double cobra, or double uraeus, symbolizing their sovereignty over both Nubia and Egypt. But this golden age could not last forever. The powerful Assyrians, armed with superior iron weapons, eventually invaded Egypt and pushed the Nubians back south to their homeland. Later Egyptian dynasties, embarrassed that they had been ruled from the south, aggressively tried to erase the legacy of the 25th dynasty. They smashed their statues and scraped their names off monuments. But archaeology doesn't lie. The story of the 25th dynasty proves that the history of the Nile Valley is a shared one, flowing both north and south. The Black Pharaohs of Kush were not outsiders who destroyed Egypt. They were restorers who stepped in when Egypt had lost its way. They revived ancient traditions, rebuilt sacred temples, and ruled as true pharaohs in both culture and spirit. For centuries, their legacy was deliberately buried, their names erased, and their achievements ignored. Yet today, their story is being rediscovered, reminding us that Africa has always produced powerful civilizations capable of shaping the ancient world. The Black Pharaohs stand as a symbol of unity, faith, and leadership, proof that greatness has many origins. If you enjoyed this journey into the forgotten rulers of the Nile, please give this video a like. It really helps the channel grow. Share it with someone who loves history, and let me know your thoughts in the comments below. And if you want more stories like this, don't forget to subscribe and turn on notifications. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.